From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. I'm D. Ray Knight. This is what's going on. The South Dakota Senate convicted Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg of 2 impeachment charges stemming from a 2020 fatal accident, removing and barring him from future office. The votes Tuesday were a stinging rebuke that showed that most senators didn't believe his account of the crash. Ravnsborg told a 911 dispatcher the night of the crash that he might have struck a deer or other large animal, and has said he didn't know he struck a man, 55-year-old Joseph Baver, until he returned to the scene the next morning. Lee Schoenbeck, the chamber's top-ranking Republican, said there was no question in his mind that it was a lie. Ravnsborg ran down an innocent South Dakotan, he said. Ravnsborg declined to address lawmakers. He has maintained he did nothing wrong. A fire has destroyed a wall business. Amy Rose has the details.
Fire destroyed the Cactus Cafe and Lounge in Wall Monday night. Fire crews from around the area responded to the blaze to help keep it from spreading to adjoining structures. Curious onlookers were checking out the scene Tuesday as fire crews kept an eye on the smoldering pile of rubble, looking for hot spots. The restaurant is located across the street from Wall Drug, a top tourist destination on Wall's Main Street. An investigation is underway to determine the cause of the fire.
For the second year in a row, the Sturgis City Council has approved open containers for the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. 2021 was the first year the council approved lifting the open container ordinance on a trial basis. The trial was considered a success, and this year the council is making a few changes. They include eliminating the wristband needed to drink outside and expanding the open container hours from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. The boundaries in which open containers are allowed is also growing this year to add some businesses that are requested to be included. The city also plans to add more signage explaining the rules. In national news, President Joe Biden is preparing to call on Congress to suspend the federal gasoline and diesel taxes for 3 months. It's meant to ease financial pressures at the pump and reveals the political weight of high gas prices in an election year. Administration officials say Biden wants to suspend the 18.4 cents a gallon tax on gas and the 24.4 cents a gallon tax on diesel fuel. If the savings were fully passed along to consumers, people would save roughly 3.6% at the pump. Prices are averaging about $5 a gallon nationwide. Lawmakers in both parties have been skeptical of the idea. The president also wants states to suspend their own gas taxes or provide similar relief. The police response to the Uvalde, Texas school shooting was an abject failure. Amy Rose has more.
The head of the Texas State Police pronounced the law enforcement response to the Uvalde school shooting an abject failure. Colonel Steve McGraw of the Texas Department of Public Safety said Tuesday in testimony before a state Senate hearing that there were enough officers and firepower on the scene to have stopped the gunman 3 minutes after he entered the building. McGraw also said officers would have found the door to the classroom where the assailant was holed up unlocked if they had bothered to check it. Instead, police with rifles stood in the hallway for over an hour, waiting in part for more weapons and gear. Then they finally stormed the classroom and killed the gunman. Testimony was scheduled to resume Wednesday.
Meanwhile, Senate bargainers have reached an agreement on a bipartisan gun violence bill. That potentially tees up congressional passage this week on an incremental but notable package that would stand as Congress's response to the mass shootings in Texas and New York that shook the nation. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer predicted Senate approval later this week, and passage by the Democrat-led House could quickly follow. It would make background checks tougher for the youngest gun buyers and bolster spending for school safety and mental health programs, and bar gun ownership by romantic partners convicted of domestic abuse. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Lots of sunshine today and a high of 87. Low tonight, 60. And that was your Daily Slice for Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose and Chrissy Davies. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.